ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of WWE Raw Recap Show. This week's Raw that was on Netflix. Gotta remind people about that. Took place at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. Uh, Got a debut of a new superstar, also crowning a new champion, as well as a little bit of build up to the Royal Rumble and Saturday night's main event. I'll spell it out soon enough. Anyway, before I get to all that, if you uh, are entertained and like hearing me spout my opinions, click that thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment what you think about this week's Raw, or just be friendly and say hello. Uh, Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Now, with all that out of the way, let's let her rip. Starting things out with CM Punk. He comes to the arena. They hit his music. Took him almost 10 minutes to get to the get inside the ring and start talking. But when he started talking, he's first acknowledged uh, the firefighters who were helping out people in Los Angeles, California. That's cool of him. He also asked the crowd if they enjoyed seeing him beat Seth Rollins last week. Then he went into talking about um, wanting to get back in that world title picture, and he called out John Cena. He said, "Cena, he's I see you put your name in the Royal Rumble, and CM Punk in a long-winded way, also entered the or put his name into the Royal Rumble, and that's when Seth Rollins' music hits, and of course, CM Punk didn't like this. Was wondering why. Hey, can somebody else besides this guy, the Rhea Ripley, interrupt me every now and then? But no, it was Seth freaking Rollins. He comes out and basically said this is the worst loss of his career. Uh, and also said it won't be Punk winning the Royal Rumble. It will be him, Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins promised to be the one to eliminate CM Punk. And of course, CM Punk got a nice little jab back in there. Say, hey, didn't want to do it the hard way. You want to try to do it the easy way and throw me out of the Royal Rumble. As they're spouting off, here comes Drew McIntyre. Uh, he just mentions that uh, said you're self-centered, egotistical prick, blah blah blah, and CM Punk says something, but Drew said, "No, I ain't talking about you, buddy. I'm talking about Seth Rollins." Goes into talking about Roman Reigns and stuff like that, and says, if he has to, he's going to wind up taking matters in his own hands. Um, and it looked like they was all going to start throwing hands. CM Punk was ready to throw hands and everything else, but when Drew was approaching the ring, he said, "No, not today." And that's basically the end of the segment right there. Nobody threw hands or anything like that. Everybody left peace and quietly. And oh yeah, by the way, Drew McIntyre also is entering the Royal Rumble. All right, after that segment, uh, long-winded segment too. I mean, I'll get to more of that later. But we finally got our first match of the night. It is Chad Gable going up against a mystery luchador. And of course, it was, like Michael Cole said, it was probably the worst kept secret of the week. It was Penta. Penta did make his debut. Got a good response from the crowd. Um, had a match started off with a uh, arm twist because Penta was doing the El Ciro Miedo, but Gable stopped that. Turned to like I said, arm twist, some back and forth stuff, fast paced too. A little bit of mistake from Penta here. He wound up slipping on that second rope when he was doing like a little springboard leg drop, but uh, like gonna crucify him for that. Crowd definitely didn't, but they did they did notice it. Gable will take over after a German suplex on the apron. Penta would start to mount a comeback after Gable missed a headbutt. Um, Gable cut him off. Start working on Penta's leg. A Mexican destroyer uh, gave Penta a 2 count. Gable slapped in the ankle lock, but Penta was able to escape that. Hit the sacrifice arm breaker, which is always a crowd pleaser. Actually, I think in Lucha Underground they would actually break arms. Uh, uh, but uh, but it was a setup move with the Penta driver, and the winner of the match was Penta, who after the match gave a nice little babyface promo there. Um, I don't think I don't remember. See, most of the stuff I seen from Penta was mostly matches. Um, like the very few times I watched Lucha Underground, I think I just watched the matches and skip forward all the BS. TNA stuff, I think it was just Lucha Brothers matches because I want to skip through a lot of BS. Thank you DVR. Um, which by the way, I did. Never mind. I can get on that later. I'll mention. Well, anyway, uh, I didn't watch Raw live. I watched it. Today's Wednesday. Um, watch it Tuesday night, and you watch it the replay. I think they do cut out a few things, but they cut out commercials, so that was actually pretty cool. But anyway, yes, Penta got a good response. Will he be the future big time Mexican luchador superstar that the WWE's been looking for? Um, let me know in the comments what you think, because you gotta remember, I think Ray Phoenix might be coming over too. And I always dug them as a tag team. Um, anyway, next match here. It is fight time, as Michael Cole would say. Gosh, he's... Side note, if this whole Corey Graves thing is not a work, uh, he should, if they're going to get rid of anybody or push somebody aside, let Michael Cole go and tell, give some leeway here. Tell Corey Graves to be more of a play-by-play guy. I think it'd be just fine. Anyway, like I said, the next match of the night is Sheamus going against Ludwig Kaiser. Pretty decent match here. Sheamus pretty much outslugged Kaiser. Kaiser took over after knocking Sheamus off the apron to the commentator's table. Uh, Sheamus took some knee shots and hulked up, no pun intended, and made a little comeback on Ludwig. Kaiser grappled back, grabbed the shillelagh, but Sheamus would nail him with a big knee strike. Sheamus would get a 2 count out of that. Kaiser would get a couple near falls, and Louis Kaiser decided he wanted to mock Sheamus, but what did he get for that? A big bro kick for 3 count, and that would win it for Sheamus. Yeah, big old bro kick to the face. That's what Kaiser got for wanting to mock Sheamus. But like I said, pretty decent match. Kind of pulling for. Hopefully they do push love with Kaiser a little bit. I think he's a good talker, good heel, um, and all that good stuff. Let him break away from um, Gunther for a while. Speaking of Gunther, your world heavyweight champion did make his way to the ring. Uh, he said, like everybody else, he watched the Netflix premiere of Raw, or Raw on Netflix premiere, and see if the roster could deliver. Uh, but would remind people the only prize worth fighting for there is his world heavyweight championship. Yes, he kept calling it the world heavyweight championship. Um, he said he didn't care about the OTC drama or anything like that. Then that's when Jay Uso's music hits. Everybody eating all over the place. He came down and said, "Look, no, I'm challenging you. for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Gunther would remind Jey Uso that, hey, he's done beat him twice when he tried to come after his Intercontinental title at the time. And he said, that's fine. We'll have our match, and I will expose you for what you are, just a decent or a really good tag team wrestler. Of course, this didn't sit well with Jey Uso. Jey Uso said, hey, I'm going to come there and I'm going to get my respect and I'm going to get that World Heavyweight Championship. So, pretty decent little promo from Jey Uso. Just don't think he's going to pull off getting the world title at that time. All right, next up we got the finals of the women's Intercontinental Championship. It is Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria. If I can spit that out. Um, at the beginning, both women were trying to get the better of each other. Then um, they got brought outside to the apron. Uh, Valkyrie would deliver a suplex from the apron to the floor, kind of injuring both of them. Valkyrie did pretty good work working on the back. Um, Dakota Kai would make a little bit of comeback, doing her Dakota kicks to the face, and it looked like in the end that maybe Dakota will be able to pull it off. Uh, she hit her uh, Fire Mascara to a kick, but Valkyria was able to escape the ring or rolled out of the ring. Uh, Dakota Kai came back after her. Uh, then Valkyria was able to hit a net breaker, then hit the uh, her finisher move, the Nightwing, for the 1, 2, 3, and now she's your no. Oh, excuse me. She is the first WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Dakota Kai, gave her um, good sign of sportsmanship. The whole handshake, hug deal, raising the hand thing. Adam Pierce gave her the belt, raised her arm as well. Um, okay match. I have no problem with them. Like I said before, I really had Sky maybe win it, but I get it. This is probably a title to help elevate the underneath women talent, like the Intercontinental title is, or basically like a work, like the Intercontinental title is supposed to be like a workhorse champion. Um, Even though Ron Breaker ain't finished championship in a while, but got to mention before that there was a little face off between Sheamus and Braun Breaker after Sheamus's victory, um, but now I'll mention that now. But yeah, uh, see how they do with these new championships now. You got Chelsea Green, the women's United States champion. Now you have Lyra Valkyria as your new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. All right, next match of that next match of the night we had the Miz going against Sami Zayn. Decent matches here. The Miz Sami Zayn got the early advantage. The Miz uh, pretty much bumped and kicked his way to get into the advantage of Sami Zayn. Um, Zayn made a comeback, a little back and forth, uh, a haluva kick from Sami Zayn would actually set up a blue thunder bomb. So, and from the blue thunder bomb, we get the 1, 2, 3. Nice little. I always thought this should be maybe his finish maneuver. But I get it. I'm not saying Sami Zayn's a small guy, but not as big as some people. But hey, eh, he's been able to get bigger people with that blue thunder bomb. Uh, but this time had so many matches with the near falls with a move. Maybe the haluva kick should be the setup to the blue thunder bomb. I always kind of mention that to friends, but who's going to listen to me? Nobody. Nobody listens. All right, time for a little more chit chat time, and we got Rhea Ripley. She comes to the ring and say, "Hey, uh, Here we go. Uh, Reminds everybody that she is Rhea Bloody Ripley and Mommy's back on top, and she is the most dominant female in the WWE. This didn't set well with Nia Jax. She comes out saying she was talking to Anna Pierce about transfer portal. What is this, college football? Uh, and said she was going to win the Royal Rumble and take whatever title she wants. She calls out Bailey in the front row, trashes San Jose. Of course, this is set well for uh, Bailey as she comes to the ring, gets in her face. Uh, Finally, Nia Jax shoves her aside, gets her, uh, goes at it with Bailey a little bit. Then, then does the same with Rhea Ripley. Rhea, Bailey hits Jax uh, with a chop block. Ripley delivers some clotheslines, and they both are able to knock uh, oh shit. They were able to knock Nia Jax out of the ring. Sorry about that. But yeah, they were able to uh, dispose of Nia Jax. And not sure what Bailey was looking at there. I don't know if she was eyeing that WWE World Women's Championship or just checking out the back end of Rhea Ripley. Oh. But I think it's more the more uh, the latter. The she's eyeing that WWE Women's Championship, but they seem a little cordial for now. All right, this brings us to the main event. It is Damian Priest versus Ben Balor in a street fight. Priest comes out already throwing furniture around. Finn attacks Damian with a kendo stick. Uh, Damian would take over after hitting a flatliner onto the table. Match spills outside the ring. Uh, Priest drives uh, Baylor, Balor through the equipment table using a Falcon arrow. And of course, we see Finn Balor being stretched out. Priest says, screw this. Smacks around Carlito and JD McDonough around and then beats up Balor, gets him back in the ring. But this is when JD McDonough and Carlito would try to help out uh, their Judgment Day partner, Finn Balor. He hits the coup de grace for two. Uh, the War Raiders come in and help out. Um, Actually, Finn Balor would hit the coup de grace on uh, Damian Priest on the table after clobbering him with some chairs. Um, but Priest would come back again, drive Finn Balor through the barricade, hit the Razor's Edge onto the other table there. Then finally finishes off with the South of Heaven choke slam, winning the street fight and possibly this whole feud. I think this at least this feud should take a break for a bit. It's kind of been going on a while, and uh, time to start doing different things. It's interesting, but not that interesting. Sometimes you gotta uh, kind of step back and have things move forward at some other time. Bars Raw, probably not the best Raw. It was okay. Um, 2.5 hours long, fine with me. Um, but yeah, if you're gonna put 3 hours, man, put a little less talking, a little less ring promo time. Um, do we have had these long-winded promos and people taking forever to come out? You know, um, I don't think so. I think we can just just cut the promos time and the build up time for you know 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes for each one to kind of get out what they need to get out. Sometimes if it's the go home show, we can maybe deal with that, but sometimes when you're wasting, like I said, I think the first segment lasts about 20-25 minutes, same as last week. So we can deal with all that. Like I said, Penta made a great debut. Like I said, missed that one little spot, but who cares? Things like that will happen. Maybe a little too many super kicks. Uh, Seeing people online talking about the whole, oh, you know, Chad Gable kicked out of a Mexican destroyer. They call it it's Canadian destroyer, but they call it Mexican destroyer. I thought that was actually going to be the finish, but Gable just kind of roll his shoulder up and but still, still kind of lay down, still selling the move and everything else. So a whole lot more selling from Penta, which Penta does okay sometimes selling I've seen, but a whole lot more selling. And like I said, Chad Gable's probably the best opponent, to debut against. Unfortunately, he's going to have good matches with people, but not sure if he's ever going to get that singles title. Hopefully, it happens soon. Uh, maybe he might move to SmackDown and see what happens there. But anyway, that does it for this week's WWE Raw Recap show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.